Welcome to Buddha's Path. Learn and practice Buddhism. This is a place where timeless teachings of the Buddha are brought to life, simple, practical, and deeply transformative. Today, we reflect on one of the most profound truths in Buddhism. When you see clearly, nothing bothers you. In our daily lives, we are often carried away by emotions: anger, fear, jealousy, confusion. We react to the world not as it is, but as our mind perceives it. When someone insults us, we feel hurt. When we lose something we love, we feel despair. But what if the suffering does not truly come from the world, but from how we see the world? The Buddha taught that our greatest suffering comes from ignorance, from not seeing reality as it truly is. When the mind is clouded, everything appears distorted. When the mind is clear, even pain becomes light. Clarity is not something we gain from the outside. It is uncovered from within. The Buddha said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." But most of us never truly see our own minds. We are like people looking into a foggy mirror, unable to recognize the face staring back. We live trapped in stories of who we are, what we deserve, what others think of us. These illusions build layers upon layers of confusion. And so we suffer, not because the world is cruel, but because our perception is unclear. To see clearly is to look without judgment. When you stop labeling each moment as good or bad, you begin to understand the truth of things as they are. Life is not against you. Life simply is. The sun rises and sets, flowers bloom and wither, joy comes and goes, pain appears and fades. When the fog of desire and fear lifts, you see that everything is impermanent, and that impermanence is not a curse, but the very rhythm of existence. There is a Zen story about a young monk who asked his master, "Master, how can I stop being angry?" The master smiled and said, "You don't stop anger, you simply see it." The monk was puzzled. The master continued, "When anger arises, don't become it. Watch it. Observe it like a cloud passing through the sky." The monk practiced this. Each time anger appeared, he observed without reacting. Slowly, the fire lost its power. One day he realized that anger was never his enemy. It was only energy moving through the mind. Like waves on the ocean, emotions rise and fall. The ocean does not fear the waves. It remains vast and still beneath them. That is the essence of seeing clearly. You are not your anger, nor your sadness, nor your joy. You are the awareness that witnesses them all. When you rest in that awareness, nothing can truly disturb you. Pain may come, but suffering no longer follows. The Buddha's first noble truth teaches that life contains suffering, but he did not stop there. He taught the path beyond suffering. The root of pain is attachment, clinging to what we like and resisting what we dislike. We want success and fear failure. We want youth and fear aging. But the more we cling, the more we suffer. Everything we hold on to eventually changes. This is the law of impermanence. To see clearly is to accept this truth with an open heart. Imagine holding water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the faster it slips away. When you open your palms, the water stays calmly in the center. Life works the same way. When you let go of control, peace appears naturally. The Buddha said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." Seeing clearly also transforms how we view others. When someone hurts you, instead of reacting with anger, you can look deeper and see their suffering. Every act of cruelty is born from confusion. Every harsh word hides a wound. When you understand that, compassion arises. You don't condone their actions, but you stop feeding hatred. The Buddha reminded us, hatred is never ended by hatred, but only by love. When we see others clearly, we see ourselves in them. Fragile, imperfect, human. A clear mind is like a clean mirror. It reflects everything without distortion. Meditation is how we polish this mirror. Each moment of stillness wipes away dust. The dust of fear, judgment, greed, pride. With each breath, we return to what we truly are. Pure awareness, free and luminous. In that state, life no longer feels heavy. The same problems may exist, but their grip weakens. You no longer drown in them. you simply watch them pass. To live with clarity is not to escape the world, but to move through it with wisdom. When you eat, just eat. When you walk, just walk. When you listen, truly listen. Every simple act becomes meditation when done with full awareness. You begin to notice the beauty in ordinary things, the sound of rain, the warmth of tea, the breath moving in and out. In these small moments, enlightenment quietly unfolds. Sometimes we believe peace will come when everything in life is perfect, but perfection is an illusion. Peace comes when you stop demanding the world to fit your desires. When you accept that joy and sorrow, success and loss, love and separation, all belong to the same dance of existence, you stop struggling against life. And in that acceptance, nothing can bother you anymore. There's a story of two monks walking through a muddy path. They saw a woman struggling to cross a river. One monk carried her across. Later, the other monk scolded him. "We are monks. We should not touch women." The first monk smiled and said, "Brother, I left her by the river long ago. Why are you still carrying her?" That is the difference between seeing clearly and being trapped by the mind. One moment can end, but the mind keeps replaying it endlessly. When you see clearly, you let go of what's gone. You live fully in what remains. Clarity does not mean indifference. It means deep understanding. When you see clearly, you still feel sadness, but without despair. You still experience joy, but without attachment. You become like a lotus growing in muddy water, untouched by the dirt around it, yet nourished by it. Seeing clearly is awakening. It is the realization that the self we defend so fiercely is just a collection of thoughts and memories. When you stop clinging to this me, the walls between you and the world dissolve. You become one with life itself, flowing, open, free. That is what it means to be enlightened. When the Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree, he did not gain something new. He simply saw clearly what had always been true. He saw that all things arise and pass away, that everything is interconnected, that peace is the nature of a mind unclouded by ignorance. You have that same clarity within you right now. It is not reserved for saints or monks. It is your birthright as a human being. So, when you are lost in anger, pause and breathe. When fear arises, watch it without judgment. When life feels heavy, remember that clarity is not far. It is hidden just beneath the noise of your thoughts. Like the sky behind the clouds, it has always been there. And when you see clearly, you will realize that nothing truly bothers you. Because the one who was bothered, the ego, the self, the story, was never real to begin with. What remains is awareness, vast, still, and free. Thank you for walking this journey with Buddha's path. Learn and practice Buddhism. If this message has touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can spread peace, mindfulness, and wisdom to every corner of the world. May your mind be clear, your heart be kind, and your path be filled with peace.